was awesome.
I'm glad you like it.
Unhinged.
Yeah. Somebody poisoned the theme song hole. Hey everybody, it's another episode of DrawBomb. It's a show where they have an intro.
You just
Brandon.
don't get to hear what it is. Yes, Ian.
How have you been this past week?
I've been good. It's been good. I had a good week. I got to see a bunch of family and friends and stuff. I don't enough. I feel like right now, a lot of my friends are remote, and family I don't see as much as I'd like either. So it was good.
I feel that. I feel that to my bones. I realized
inside your bones.
I realized, like, I went on a little excursion yesterday, and I realized that was my first time being outside of the house, like, all year.
Wow. I mean, it is January, but
I haven't been outside all year.
See you next year.
See you next year, buddy. See you next year, mate.
Right.
But for once, this is not a joke, and I was like, oh man, that's fucking kind of depressing a little bit.
I haven't been out too much this year just because, I mean, I obviously I had to, I go to work and stuff, but I haven't really, the weather's kind of been a little shitty around here, so I hide inside a little bit during that. But, you know. Anyways, I'm glad you made it out. How was your excursion?
It was fine. It was just a trip to Dunkin' Donuts to get a sandwich, which I ate it.
A donut sandwich?
No, just a breakfast sandwich.
Gotcha. Well, I hope you got what you wanted, you know, because that
I
doesn't
did. I didn't have to wait in line like those other fucking chumps in line. Ah, losers.
That's good. That's
Anyways, because I robbed the place. No,
Oh, there's no lines. Well, I mean, I guess you could wait in line for your turn and then
I
rob
don't know
them.
what they were waiting for. Like, I ordered the sandwich and I got my shit like 2 minutes later, but then I look over and there's like a whole line of people, and I'm like, what did... My only assumption is they got donuts because, like, they were out of donuts at the time.
Oh. Well, I mean, if Dunkin' Donuts is gonna not be out of something, you'd think it'd be donuts.
It would be donuts.
But you'd be wrong.
You know, I was surprised. I was like, oh, it's literally your namesake. Like, you guys could throw another batch on. You know, put another donut on the fire.
That's how you make donuts, right?
Yeah. I mean,
just throw them in the fire. You bake them.
If it's not, then somebody lied to me.
Donuts are fried.
Yeah, and you fry things in a fire with oil. And a grease fire.
I don't think Dunkin' Donuts has a pot of oil over top of a fire.
Are you sure?
No, actually, I'm not sure. I've never seen it happen. I'm just assuming things.
Well, you know what
they say about when you assume.
Save a lot of time.
Yeah, you should just do it.
It's so
Trust
so
your
much
gut.
easier. By the way, we got a subscription from Zone Dog.
So dominant.
He says, if months were horses, then I would have a ranch.
31 months. That's a lot of horses, my friend.
A lot of horses. That's right.
Too many horses. You can't properly take care of 31 horses. I don't care what kind of infrastructure.
That's just
you have.
inhumane.
Yeah.
Are you running Power World over there?
We should draw Scyther with a gun.
We should draw Scyther with a gun from memory. Both the Scyther and the gun have to be from memory.
The gun might be harder, honestly.
It will be, because we've drawn it. I've practiced guns way less, but we'll be like, draw a Kalashnikov, and we'll have to try and fucking draw that shit.
I was thinking about that actually before we talked about it. Like, we should draw Scyther with a gun.
That would be great. That's the memery that the internet likes.
Got to give the internet what it wants.
So you have a subscription to Game Pass right now, right?
I do, but I haven't played.
You You have not dipped your toes into
from what I understand, it's like a game preview. You don't get like the full shebang on Games Pass.
Oh, really?
Something like that. I don't know. So I was basically.
I think that's basically the Game Pass like early access. Like that's Game Pass being like, hey man, if this game fucking sucks, it's not even done yet. Like I've had other games.
It's not our fault.
Yeah, I've had other games be like game previews, and it really just means like, hey man, this shit ain't fucking done yet, man.
Okay. All right. Lex, that could be the case. I know you can't
I would
play
Google it.
I don't know how multiplayer the game actually is, but I know you can't really like play with on the servers if you're using the Game Pass version. So I was
like, lame, bro.
I'll wait, maybe.
It does
also,
seem
maybe
like
I just won't play it at all. I don't know.
It seems like the kind of game you've been wanting. I don't know.
Don't speak for me, you son of a bitch. But yeah, it is.
Shit.
I do like those types of games.
Like a good sandbox. Apparently it's like survival with Pokemon, but like yeah. But everyone seems to like it.
Do they? Okay, I hadn't heard like opinions on it. I knew people were like excited to try it. I guess honestly, like if it's anything, I mean, Pokemon, the bar is very low. You know,
that's the thing is everyone says like this game is picking up the slack that Game Freak has been slacking.
If it's a copy of Pokemon and they've added anything to it, it's already better than like what Pokemon has done in the past. Like,
yeah, it's very different from what I hear, but like what I've seen, it looks good. Depending on like what flavor you're chasing, it might be like the Pokemon game you've always wished you've had.
Well, I'll have to try it at some point. I don't know. I think somebody that I'm got like share a Steam account with who has it. I think so. I'll have to see if that's true and just play it that way, maybe.
But yeah,
maybe let's try it on Games Pass.
Yeah, go try it on Games Pass and be like, wow.
Pow world.
Wow world. But yeah, there's some interesting stuff in that game. Like you can catch people, and
I've heard that. Yeah.
Yeah, it seems interesting. I don't know. You know my thoughts on survival games.
Right. Don't like them.
No, yeah, I don't like them actually. I was gonna like do a caveat and be like, it's not that I don't like them. I'm just sick of them, which is like kind of the same thing. I feel like there's just been so many.
There is so many. There's a ton of them.
And like every single one is like, hey mate, do you want to spend the next 50 hours of your life building a base? And I'm like, yeah, I guess, but like, will I do anything with this like structure? Like, will me making this structure better affect my gameplay at all? And it'll be like, what? It'll mean more of your base you have to walk through before you could do what you came to your base to get.
Fair, but I like it. I just like
no shade November, you know. But
sure, and I don't feel attacked. I like an opportunity to be creative in a video game. I like to make something that's mine, and that's what always gets me.
But like I feel like it's like you make like one drawing for a friend for free, and it's like I can do this.
I've never done that.
But then, yeah, I always charge my friends. But then like if all of a sudden you have a bunch of friends, like 10 friends who are like asking for drawings, you're gonna be like, And I feel like it's the same with these games. They're all asking me to be creative, and I'm just like, let me just shoot a guy in the face. I've been creative.
That's fair. Fair argument that you just made.
Wow.
That's Owen Wilson saying, wow, Claws came out for survival games, eh?
You know, that's fine. You don't. There is no shortage of them, and for that reason, I could see it definitely being old, just like that alone. And then if you're not even that into the style of game, then definitely not that fun.
I have conflicted feelings about the survival genre. It's like I feel like there's a lot of space for cool gameplay mechanics, and like in a sense, it is kind of like the game genre I've always wanted, because it's like it's an open world and your character, like you're kind of making your own adventure, but it's also, I don't know, I feel like a lot of games don't live up to the potential of the survival
A lot of them
genre.
are unfinished. A lot of them don't live up to it. A lot of them are like carbon copies, and the only part that's like polished is the beginning boring part where you're punching trees.
Yeah.
And then
I've punched so many trees.
Well, the rest isn't done yet.
I feel like I've just punched so many trees, you know?
Yeah. I punched a lot in my day.
If I punched this many trees in real life as I punched in video games, I would have no hands.
If you punched one tree in real life, it probably wouldn't do you any favors.
Yeah, it's not gonna be good for me.
What we got? In the chat, Zone Dog says, Scyther with a Gatling gun, please. Kimbo Gatlings. Definitely drawing Scyther with a gun from memory. Okay, so a lot of people are on board with this. And Double Rocket says, I've been feeling little urges for another Minecraft campaign. I know, I've been kind of thinking about it myself.
I have two, actually. Is that weird? Is that weird that we all thought that?
No, it's a sign.
It's also ironic I just shit on like survival games and I'm like, let's start another Minecraft server.
Minecraft's pretty fleshed out though. Like,
yeah, that's true.
I think the things you're annoyed about with most of these don't apply to if wait, why is there music happening on my... I think your issue's a lot more with like early access than the genre in, because like
That's
something
fair.
like Minecraft, I think it's fleshed out enough that you probably, there's things for you to do.
Yeah, I hear Power World is very fleshed out. A lot of people say it feels like the game is very robust and like people are saying if the developers stick with making the game, like, you know, adding content to the game and like continuing to expand on the experience, like what's already there is a lot and it's really good and like robust and
cool.
They just, you
Maybe
know,
I'll have to check it out after this.
like someone was saying like, oh, what if they added like more regions like in Pokemon, like that'd be cool as fuck and things like that.
Maybe we should just stop doing the show and go
Let's go play Power World. Let's go do it right now. I'll go resubscribe to Game Pass with all my no money I have. We'll be good.
Wow.
That's right, Owen Wilson.
Like, wow, Kitty's got claws.
Brandon.
Yes.
What have you watched?
Yes.
Or played?
Watched.
Or eaten. Or listened
okay, let's see. Let's think here. Since last week. Let's see. I finished The Curse. So such a weird ending. Super weird. I want to talk about it with people because I don't know what to think. I don't know if I liked it or not. I don't know. I like weird shit and I like my expectations being subverted, but I also feel like you have to earn that to make it satisfying. If that makes sense. Like I feel like there has to be some kind of like my issue with the end of The Curse is it doesn't, and I've talked to people who, or I've heard a few people who really loved it. I'm not sure I hated it either, but it just felt so, when I say earned, it felt so out of left field and so different from the rest of the show that it didn't feel to me like this thing that I just didn't see coming. Because like if you write something totally different from the rest of your show, then everything, you can always make something seem unexpected. I don't know.
Right.
So it just felt a little weird to me. I don't know. The rest of the show isn't as stylized and weird as the last episode is, so it almost feels like a whole different thing. And so I don't know how I felt about it, but it was overall I really liked the show. I loved it up until that point. The end, I'm not sure how I feel. The last episode was entertaining. It just felt out of place.
Was it entertaining? Like, and did it feel like the show like was concluded with the ending? Like, does it seem like they're setting up for more seasons, or is it like the
the show's concluded. I'm 99.9% sure. But it didn't really feel like a satisfying ending to me. I don't know. It's just a weird, hard thing to.
It's a sad, I have this one marked as sad.
Wow.
I just gotta talk. I gotta talk to somebody else who's seen it. because I don't really know what to think. I felt like, okay, that was I enjoyed my time watching it, but that ending felt weird, not a place, unusual.
I can't speak to The Curse, but I remember watching this show one time with my roommates way back when, called Eagle Heart, and that was a weird show.
Okay.
Have you ever watched Eagle Heart?
No.
So it's like this really weird show. It's like an Adult Swim live action show. It has Brett Gelman, one guy whose name always eludes me. I always forget his fucking name, but did you watch Schitt's Creek?
Yes.
You know the scumbag like neighbor character who's like disgusting and owns the building that they're like living in?
No. Can't remember.
Was that actor. Anyways, and it's like basically like the whole show is just like this over-the-top parody of Walker, Texas Ranger, and it's like going all in on it, so it's like always like espousing like these like obviously like satirical but like Republican sort of values and things of that nature, and it's just like really making fun of Walker, Texas Ranger. Like every episode is like this ridiculous plot, but like they kind of like tie it into like this Walker, Texas Ranger vibe, but also like it's a very strange show. Like there's one episode where they go to like a blues club and like they become friends with like the ghost of this blues player, and then they turn the blues club into like a Buffalo Wild Wings or something like that, and the blues player is sad because, or the blues play like, so like the joke is that like it's clearly like these white guys end up co-opting the blues and then turning this restaurant into a Buffalo Wild Wings, but because the show is like sort of doing like this Republican values thing, it's like a good thing that they're like essentially corrupting and co-opting this blues jazz club and turning it into a Buffalo Wild Wings. And then the episode ends with like them beating up a bunch of bad guys with the ghost of this blues player. Like, okay, so the blues player, first of all, that they're like becoming friends with is white, and it's played by Hank Schrader from Breaking Bad. And they like see like an actual black blues player in the jazz club, and he's the bad guy because the white guy who plays like really like white blues. It's a whole thing. It's like it's always deeply subversive. Like the positive mess, like the characters that like the right thing to do is always like being spun as like that's not the right thing to do. It's this other thing that's the right thing, you know? So anyways, weird show. And then the third season goes on, like the third and final season just does this weird shit where like the character is framed for a murder. He goes on the run. And then like it's like this weird sequence of events. And then the very last episode is like this weird cabaret number where the main character ends up like autoerotic asphyxiating in a bathroom stall or something like that. I don't even know what the fuck happened. It's so weird, but I remember watching it with my roommates at the time and thinking like, this is a great ending. This is so weird, but like it's perfect for how fucking weird the show is, and it's clearly it means something, etc., etc. We finished the episode and all my roommates go, "That was fucking stupid," and I feel like I'm not saying that you're my roommates in this scenario, but you know.
No, I mean I'm dying to hear some people who have opinions on it, and not only that, but like maybe different opinions, so that like they can maybe, you know, give me other ways to think about it. I feel like I get what they were trying to do, but it just felt out of place to me. If that makes sense. Like it felt like there's trying to be like a metaphor there, but nothing about the rest of the show did that. Like there was never any like. I think it's worth watching.
You're leaving
the
this,
show.
I am interested in seeing like how different it. Like I'm curious to see like what this
the
is.
Show.
Like this shift.
At least all the rest of it. I don't know. I didn't dislike this. It just felt weird. I don't know. I liked the show though. It was great. It's very like cringe kind of stuff, and I like that. I feel like that's where a lot of my favorite comedy happens, is in that like uncomfortable space.
Yeah.
And that's mainly what the show was.
Well, folks, you heard it here first. Brandon says The Curse by Nathan Fielder, 0 stars.
No, I liked it. I liked it. The ending was weird, and I want to hear other people's opinions on it.
Maybe
So there's that.
Maybe I'll speed run it so that we can have a conversation about it. I don't know.
There you go. I also have been playing God of War still. Haven't beat it. It's a long game. Which I guess is good, but I'm also
getting your
like,
money's
wanting
worth.
to try some other stuff.
Yeah, there's some games where
buy
it's
it to
like, it's
begin
good this thing is so long, and then there's other games where I'm like, wrap it up.
It's just it's just the situation, because I'm glad it's as long as it is, but I'm like, oh, hurry up, because I just got this PlayStation 5 and there's like all these games I want to try on it, but I won't play one at a time. So I'm just like,
is this a PlayStation you are gonna have to give back eventually, or is this one that it's yours to keep, to have and to hold?
I have it, and these games aren't going anywhere either. But I'm just like, my brother, I have his library, and I've been wanting to try a bunch of stuff, like the new Final Fantasy, and I want to try this, and I want to try that, and I'm excited to see them. But I'm like, I should finish this one first. So now I'm like, let's get to the end of this game so I can try a different game. That makes sense.
Yeah, no, I understand. It's like I had a similar situation with my PlayStation 3. Like 3 friends gave me their libraries, like logins, so I was able to play like so many games on that PS3, and like time spent on each one felt wasted because there was like more tantalizingly like out of reach, because I'm like, oh, I gotta get that, I gotta finish Red Faction Guerrilla so I can play boop doop doo doo doo.
There's absolutely zero rush or timer on any of this. The only thing is that's like, oh, I'm just excited to see the new Final Fantasy. I heard it was cool.
Yeah.
I want to see what it looks like. It's a new console.
I watched this this video. There's this guy I forget how I found his channel, but like he does these like he's almost like overthinking a lot of the times, but he's like basically like talking about video games, and a lot of his videos are about like just like our relationship with video games, like in a broader context. And he did this one video, like his most recent video was like, you're consuming fiction wrong, and it's about how people like get so into like certain media that they like strip away the fun by like over analyzing and like sort of like over like doing the importance of things. It's an interesting watch, and he like ties it into wrestling.
Yeah,
and
it sounds interesting.
And his one video that I'm bringing him up because he did this video where he spent all of last year trying to like clear out his backlog of games by like beating just like all of his games that he has bought but like has not played on his Steam list.
Sounds kind of miserable.
Yeah, that's actually the takeaway is by the end of the video he's like, it made me reevaluate my relationship with my backlog of games. Like there are so many games where like I was just having so much fun with the game that I didn't like spend the time just trying to beat it. I like enjoyed it, and like the rush of trying to get through the backlog and like keep track and etc kind of like stripped some of the enjoyment from playing games and made it feel more like a chore. And
totally,
yeah, it feels like I get that feeling a lot with a lot of things. Like I feel like in the sphere of like media and stuff like that, I do feel almost rushed to like consume because there's just so much like and it's not just like there's so much stuff, there's so much like good and like groundbreaking stuff that comes out all the time. It's like it can feel like a weird anxiety attack, like sort of bubbling up, trying to keep up with.
You're
all this
also
stuff.
Like a completionist, so I think that probably makes this even a worse problem, right?
It does, yeah. It does
like,
not. That
I've
does
gotten
not
pretty
help.
good over the last like 5 years or so, being able to like look at a series or a video game or something and being like, the moment it stops being fun, that clicks for me, and I just uninstall and I just drop out. Like I've gotten pretty good at that. I used to struggle with that more. I'm like, well, we already put this time in, so now I got to finish it. And I'm like, now I'm like, the moment I'm like, this is not fun, I'm just like, done. Because it's just leisure time. It shouldn't be. There's nothing about it that should feel like work. The second it feels like work, you're doing it wrong. Spend your time better. Is kind of how I feel.
No, yeah, absolutely. And like I'm a victim of the sunk cost fallacy, where it's like, but I spent 50 hours having fun in this game. It's only another 50 of not having fun before I'm done. It's like this
I refuse that.
It's good. That's a healthy mindset to have. And I'm not like that all like, you know, when I completed the Yakuza games, I was bummed out that they were over because man, I love those games. Those are some good ass games, man.
I want to get into them. I tried, and I think I could still. I just something about it. I don't think I put enough time in, but it just didn't click for me. And I was just like, it feels like something I would very much enjoy. I don't know.
Which Yakuza did you try and play?
I think I played 0.
Okay.
I've heard people say it's like one of the better ones, and I didn't play much of it, so that's probably part of it. I don't know. I didn't get into the part of the gameplay loop where I was like hooked. Yeah, I don't think I played long enough.
Yeah, I do hear that Yakuza 0 is one of the better ones, and it'll leave you feeling the least confused plot. Because, like, what it is it came out after 6, and, like, they had moved, I think, to a new engine, like, the most modern engine for the Yakuza franchise. So it's got, like...
chronological, right?
It's, well, it's the first, it's like a prequel, so it's like Yakuza 1 takes place in, like, 2006, I want to say, when the game came out. But Yakuza 0 takes place in like the 80s, so it's like you get to see these characters before all the shit goes down in Yakuza 1. So it's like it's like the most modern, like before the Kiwami series, which are redos from the ground up of Yakuza 1 and 2, which are phenomenal. Like until those Kiwami games had come out, it's like the most recent Yakuza, so it's got the best tech, like kind of powering the game, and it's also got a story where you don't have to have played the first 6 to kind of catch everything that's happening because it's a prequel. So it's like it's like this. It makes sense that they would that would be the game that people would like latch onto because you know, it's like the lowest barrier for entry of all of the games in the series except for, you know, now Kiwami 1 and 2.
Got it. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll give it another try at some point.
Yeah, I try Kiwami 1. I mean, that was my first entry into the series, and honestly, I fucking loved it. It did take me a little bit. Also, if you start streaming it,
that's the way I can consume it.
That's true. I do plan on starting up the Yakuza/Yakuza streams sometime very soon. But yeah, you know, I really enjoy those games. I think they're a lot of fun, and you know, they're one of the few games where I can say that like doing the side quests and doing all of the side quests was so worth it because damn, the game is very like the main storyline is very dramatic and like very like deep government conspiracy and like people dying, and it's like, you know, crazy shit goes down at the like 3 times a chapter, etc., etc. But then the side quests will be like you have to get a guy toilet paper because he's on the public toilet and he, you know, he's made a mess and he needs something to wipe things up. He's making poopy. I don't know. There's like such a whimsy and like charm and like fun. Like it's so weird. It's such a drastic emotional divergence. Like the main story is so serious and so dramatic, and then like all the side quests are just absolute fun and charming and super sweet and cute a lot of the time. It's like, and it works somehow. Somehow it all works together in the same package. And so the side quest and like the writing is good, which I think is why it sells. So the side quests are, it's legitimately like one of the few games where the side quests don't feel like filler. The side quests feel like the content.
Yeah, I've heard that a lot, and I've seen that like from like the clips I've seen and stuff. It's clearly like the goof off stuff is like the meat.
Yeah. Which is great
to most people.
Because, like, I mean, fuck, you remember playing Borderlands, and, like, all the side quests were just, like, the most boring fucking things. Like, go to here, press E on a flashing icon. Okay, listen to somebody talk for 10 minutes, and it's like, oh, like, fuck, what is this? Listening to me talk on DrawBomb? Jeez, what the hell?
Yeah, Borderlands is pretty egregious about it. It's just like, hey, can you go pick up a bag of meat for my dad? And then you have to listen to them monologue while you're driving like across the whole map, and then you get there and it's just like a glowing bag, and you pick it up. And then
maybe you shoot like a couple dogs.
Yeah. And then you're like, all right, bring the meat back. And then they're like, oh, we're eating meat tonight. And that's the end of the mission. And you're like, oh.
Wow, that is actually such a perfect encapsulation. Very good.
Played a lot of Borderlands. There you go. Now we won't get.
I was trying to do it on beat.
Wow. Real quick, a few things in the chat. Yeah, Beblo Rocket mentioned us all wanting to play Minecraft together. She says we're cycling together. It seems so. Crazy Kyle subscribed.
Our periods are lining up. Our Minecraft periods.
The Minecraft period. Appreciate you, Crazy Kyle.
Yeah, we didn't thank
41
Kyle.
months. Holy moly!
I'm so sorry we didn't. I'm so sorry we didn't thank you, Kyle.
Crazy Kyle says he's playing Power World with some friends. Wait, you have friends that aren't us? What are you doing?
Excuse me. Oh my gosh.
That's against the rules.
You got me sick just from having
is.
friends who aren't us. Oh my god.
He's allergic to that.
Yeah, I'm allergic.
He says, I wish they didn't release it early access. Okay. Love to hear what that means. Let's see. What else? Oh, Lotus Clock's here finally. We were worried about you.
On pins and needles.
Where's that fella? Oh shoot, I missed the beginning of the show. Brandon and Ian must have been so disappointed. We were.
So sad.
Is this the lo-fi girl? I want the cat on the windowsill to be Top Cat. Yo,
that's actually a great idea.
I was debating what to draw over there. Okay. Crazy Kyle says it's fun and people seem to like the general loot, but it's lacking so much for a survival craft. Yeah, it seems like it's trying to do a lot of things, so that had me nervous to be like, is it doing a lot of things half-ass or in nothing full-ass? I don't know, but it's got my attention though. I'm curious about it.
I've heard good things, but you know,
anyways,
people, you know, I heard good things, but I also heard one person say like they don't like give it 3 months, and they don't think people will be flipping their shit over it quite as much as they are right now. You know, which I think
that's true.
Is fair, yeah.
I mean, that's true with almost any game.
Yeah.
But then, you know, this one especially just feels so like specific while also not at all specific. I mean, if it does the Pokemon part right, then that's cool. Because, I mean, I like Pokemon. I'm just kind of bored with what Game Freak's done or hasn't done.
What seems interesting is that it does Pokemon differently. So it's like you can catch the Pokemon, you can use the Pokemon in battle, but like you're still in the battle. It's not like in Pokemon where it's like your Pokemon are like the only ones fighting, you're never in danger, and it's like turn-based. Like in this one, it's like active action combat, and you're in the shit, but your Pokemon are there as like your support sort of situation. Which is a cool, I think, shake up to the dynamic. I don't know, I like that they're doing something different, but they're also close enough that you can call it like kind of like a Pokemon-esque game, because like I feel like somebody needed to eat Game Freak's lunch.
Seriously, like for how much money they make, it's crazy that they do nothing with it.
Yeah, and like I don't know, I kind of have that general vibe for a lot of like sort of beloved IP. Like I mean, you know me, I've been excited for these competitors to The Sims because I've been wanting somebody to eat EA's lunch for a long time, and go figure, there's like 5 games coming out that are all trying to do like the life sim genre now, and I'm thrilled, I say.
Yeah, that's one of the good things about gaming branching out so much and people being able to make stuff like in small teams is, you know, the whole thing you just said.
Yeah. Like this arm is...
Which arm?
The one that's like propping the chin up.
I think the portion's a little yeah, there you go. I was gonna say just make sure like the elbow goes up to where the shoulder is, but other than that, I think it looks good.
I think this bottom line needs to get shoved up just a tad.
Yeah, shove it.
I keep trying to like almost 1-to-1 recreate the lo-fi girl, but like that's obviously not gonna always work because I don't know.
I decide how to pose you on the windowsill over here.
Damn it, now it's in my...
Wow.
All right. But yeah, I'm excited for these. I'm glad that Power World is successful because I do want Game Freak to be like, oh fuck, do we gotta try again? It's like, yeah, motherfucker.
Actually make...
A lot of people are saying that like the Pokemon designs are like good too. Like it reminds them of like original Pokemon
It does,
times.
almost to the point where I'm like, are these original designs or are they knockoff? Yeah, I don't know, because they do
They're
look
a little bit of
very
both.
much like very Pokemon-y.
Yeah. I think they mentioned like they used like AI to help them kind of like come up with ideas and stuff for like these Pokemon, which I'm like a lot of people are mad about, but I'm also like I don't know, they still had to go and make the damn things, so I don't know how mad I can be about that. So you watched the course.
Yes. I don't know if I watched anything else. Sorry, I'm distracted trying to draw you on small and on a windowsill. I'm struggling.
It ain't easy
Drawing
to
Top
draw
Cat Yo
and
is
talk
easy.
at the
You
same
know
time.
the song. First you draw a circle, then you add ears. Oh, you meant like the clock. I was trying to draw Ian, like a small little person sitting on.
Oh no.
Okay.
That's funny. I picked up what Lotus Clock was putting down. Should have told you. I should have warned you.
A little Ian would have been funny too, but
That would have
I
been
got
funny.
it.
Yeah. But so I watched the. Have you watched the D&D movie yet?
Yeah, you saw it in theaters. I liked it a lot.
Yeah, I liked it a lot too. I showed the family it, and it was weird because my mom liked it a lot, and I was like, "Fucking chill, lady, jeez."
Now your mom has a D&D group.
Yeah, now she's
You're
already
like, "No,
started
Mom."
DMing. She's got a half elf druid that she's got running a campaign level 12. And I was thinking actually when I was watching the movie, wow. Oh shit, I had to go put on board up again.
Wow.
Anyways, so I was, and while we were watching the movie, I had a thought, and it was, the movie wasn't the most profitable movie in the world. Like, it didn't, I don't think, make enough money to, I think, win itself a sequel or anything of that nature.
Gotcha. Bummer.
But, and I thought about it, and I thought of, like, what they could have done to avoid such a situation. And my thinking is that whole sequence in the Underdark where they're getting chased by the dragon and shit like that. Cut it. Don't need it.
Yeah.
Could have saved yourselves like $100,000 right there, I think, or 30,000. I don't know, however much movies cost. They could have saved themselves a lot of budget. They could have just trimmed that section there, and they would have made a profit. It's so obvious.
I'm kind of surprised it didn't. It's not a success. Anyways, I thought it would have done well.
I thought so too. I mean, I thought it was a great movie. I thought they really nailed everything about it, like what they were trying to do. But yeah, it was fun though. I like the movie a lot. I wish it was a success. I mean, I would be happy to see more movies like D&D the movie.
Yeah, I thought it was. Yeah, I don't know. I enjoyed it. I could like in a world of cinematic universe type shit. That's one I would have been down to watch a couple more movies of.
Yeah, same. What I found out was interesting is I was just kind of looking up some trivia of it, and you know who directed that movie?
Ooh,
You know the little kid from Freaks and Geeks,
which one?
the one with the curly hair and the teeth.
Oh yeah.
Him.
Mm-hmm.
He directed it.
That's fun.
Yeah. I had no idea.
It's weird that a kid directed a movie.
Yeah. From the 80s,
Also,
a
it's
kid
weird-
a kid
Weird
from
that
the
he's still a kid.
Yeah. Really got like a situation going on with that whole not growing
Oh, he
up
did a good
thing.
job.
Yeah. I'd hire him to direct more things. I'd probably, make some managerial decisions on shit to trim.
I like that Hugh Grant is in stuff again.
Yeah, me
Kinda
too. I
fun
like.
seeing him again.
And
He seems to be
not
doing more like fun roles instead of like
rom-com
romantic comedies. So,
And I say
Oh.
this as someone who is his doppelganger, and not just because I'm his doppelganger, but Yeah, I'm happy to see him in
Oh,
roles.
are you?
I like Hugh. So many people have like shown me pictures of Hugh Grant and been like, "You're Hugh Grant, dude."
Huh.
I think we talked about this before. We could have. I don't know.
We probably have. My bad.
That's okay. People have sent me pictures. One time I was working in the restaurant and this lady fucking came from her table and like ran up to me. I'm not even kidding, like actually running, and like she had her phone out and a picture of Hugh Grant doing a specific pose, and she's like, "You look just like him," and I'm like, "Oh yeah, yeah I do."
That's my uncle. That's Uncle Hugh. Uncle
That's right.
Hugh.
That's Uncle Hugh. He's not allowed to visit anymore. He knows what he did.
Not allowed to talk about it.
Yeah, penalty of death.
But yeah, I don't know. He's isn't he in Knives Out? He's the detective.
Oh yeah, that's right. He is.
husband.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I thought that was fun just because he's like his cameo. I love when when movies have a cameo, but it's so small that it doesn't even like use the person in any kind of like significant way.
Yeah.
I just think that's funny. Kind of like a funny use of this big person that like people would love to see you give them a line or something, and you just don't. You just like they walk by in the background or whatever, and that's pretty much it.
Like I like
that.
I like how in it's like how in Oh Hello, the Broadway play, they have Matthew Broderick on there, but he like, just shows up behind the door for he doesn't get to say anything. He just shows up and he's like about to say something, and then they cut him off.
Yeah, like I love that kind of stuff. That's great.
That you did that show play.
Or it's like what Deadpool Brad Pitt played the invisible superhero, and you only see him for a split second when he gets killed. Like he flickers into visibility for a second. But
and then in Bullet Train, Ryan Reynolds shows up and doesn't say anything. He's only there for like 5 seconds to like wink at the camera. And they did that because Brad Pitt was in Deadpool.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that makes sense.
Yeah, fun shit. It's fun shit, you guys. Wow.
I'm having fun.
I'm having a blast. These DrawBomb guys, they know how to entertain. I tell you what.
I'm trying to think if there's any other media I've consumed.
Oh my gosh, we have to know. I'm dying. No.
I'm dying. No.
We've been playing a little bit of the terrible Saints Row game.
Yeah.
Do you have your thoughts on that?
Yeah.
Do you have any thoughts on
it?
It stinks.
I'm losing some steam. It stinks. I'm losing some steam. It's not that good.
Yeah, it's not.
And I'm the first to have that opinion.
Yes. Saints Row, more like Saints Woke, am I right? By all the way the characters, I don't know why were people. I guess because they took the dildos out of the game. But other than that, I mean, the game doesn't seem to be.
Oh, did people actually have that argument?
Oh my god, yeah, it was like a fucking. Like I got like recommended that on my YouTube front page, and I just like told YouTube, don't ever recommend this channel to me ever again, please. Thank you.
Don't bring me here anymore, right?
Man, I have my own heart. If you quote Space Jam. Yeah, no, seriously, people were, and like, I think taking out the dildo was dumb, but like, I don't know, nothing about the rest of the game strikes me as like, I think,
but like,
because
what do you mean taking it out? Like, it's not like every weapon from every game is in it every game. Like, it's not even.
If you take the dildo out of a game, it's woke, okay?
Okay.
That's why when I took the dildo out of me, I became woke.
You woke up?
That's right, and I came.
Oh, no.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, no, everyone.
We're getting
not that
spicy
kind of show.
here. This is not that kind of show.
I don't know.
I don't know. We tried to fight it for a very long time, but some time ago we gave up and decided we're just gonna say poop and pee all we want.
Yeah. Wow, 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 wow.
Wow, wow, wow. Wow, 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 wow.
Wow.
Wow, 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 wow. Excuse me, I'm so sorry.
Wow.
That was me burping the wokeness, or burping the, I don't know. I don't fucking know, man.
Lotus Clock says, Ian Newton, be nice to your family and go look at the nice drawing your brother made for you.
What?
I didn't know he made us a drawing.
I've not been paying, I don't pay attention to the chat, I'm not gonna lie. I always get so focused on these fucking drawings, guy.
What is this, some kind of drawing show or something?
Paste. We should get like, it would be great to hire a third person to just be like the chat reader. If we ever get like a bustling chat.
Yeah, or we could even like have it like auto read, but I don't know, not every single comment needs to be.
I would love to add like $1 pay for TTS, like.
Yeah, we should do that.
That would be a lot of fun, and also, and not just because people would pay us money, but also, I would be lying if I were to say that didn't factor into my calculations. Pay me $1 to say "but" in a robot voice.
But
Don't bring me here,
who
right?
cares about money, anyways, right? Like that's not why we do it.
Why would he?
That's
If we were doing this show for the money, we would have quit 160 episodes ago.
Yeah. Very true.
Bring me here, right? Oh, teenager dialogue written by 50-year-old men.
Yeah, that's great. No one has ever said that way.
Yeah. This park is not bussin' for real, for real. Wow,
Okay.
what a common Warner Brothers L. No cap.
All right, let's see what Zach did. See.
Take a peek now, take a peek. Take a peek now, take a peek. We're taking a peek. Now make sure you post this, like make a new layer and put this on that layer. Okay. We learned our lesson, right?
Well, it seems that way. It seems as if
or the beatings will commence.
No.
I swear to God, if I have to redo this fucking snow again. Whoa. Oh, look at that.
He did a great job. Sawed off his own shotgun with his scythe.
We've seen a Scyther so soon, though. Now we can't do Scyther from memory. Now we know what Scyther looks like. This is great, though.
Dang it.
You did a good job.
Good work. He accidentally cut his gun in half. Or he intentionally did it. What? Wow. Wow. Had to force that one out.
Yeah, that's Owen Wilson pooping while saying wow.
I don't want to draw more books on these shelves.
You don't gotta. Why did we do this?
It's your fault.
This is my fault. I did this. Wow, 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 wow. Don't make me draw this anymore, right? I'm not a toon. Man, I feel like I could devote at least 20 minutes every episode. Not even saying anything new, but just complaining about fucking Space Jam 2.
What a trash movie.
God. Visual vomit is, again, the only way I can really describe that movie is it felt like visual vomit. Which is also how I felt about Kick-Ass 2. This is a complete tangent, but you watched Kick-Ass 2?
I did.
Man, that fight at the end? That felt like visual vomit 2 to you as well, right?
My brain erased a lot of the movie. So that's kind of where I don't really remember most of it, just because it's just a whole lot of nothing to me.
Yeah. How'd you feel about Kick-Ass 1? Have you seen it recently?
Not recently, but I liked it quite a bit
Yeah, I like
when I saw it.
I feel like I don't know if it would still hold up. Not because
know
like
either.
I feel like Kick-Ass at the time was doing something new and unique that movies in general didn't do, which was like, oh look, we're sort of breaking down this genre, like. But now I
Yeah.
feel like fuck. We had a whole discussion.
Superheroes, they've done like the kind of like superheroes, but not how you're used to them. They've done that like 1,000 times now.
Now Marvel's like done like 5 interpretations of that. I feel like as well.
Yeah.
You know.
It's true. So yeah, it might not be as interesting anymore.
Wow.
Zenith says Willem Dafoe with a gun from memory.
Oh man. The last few Willem Dafoes I've drawn on the show have been from memory, so I feel like that would be.
I believe I saw that Willem Dafoe just got a star. Finally.
Hollywood Walk of Fame.
I don't know why it took so
Really?
long. It might be correct, but unless I'm wrong, I could have sworn I just saw that, and I'm like, why did that not happen till now?
That took forever.
Macaulay
Jeez.
Culkin got one sooner. And it was after like.
To be fair, I feel like Macaulay Culkin suffered for his more.
Sure, I didn't know that was how you earned one.
It's not, but it would. I feel like
I'm happy he got one too. I'm not trying to like take away from that.
Why do
I'm
you
just
hate
saying,
Macaulay Culkin?
why is adult Macaulay Culkin get one sooner than Willem Dafoe, who's still like working?
I think Macaulay Culkin got his for his work on Red Letter Media.
I think Willem Dafoe got his because of the DrawBomb bump finally.
I think we did it. We set him over the line, you know.
Yeah.
Good for him.
We got him that recognition that he was needing so desperately.
They gotta run out of spaces for stars eventually, right? Like I feel like there's only so much.
I mean, it's a big street, but once you go far enough, you're like Skid Row adjacent, and I'm not sure who gets put over there.
I tell you what, Brandon, for your amazing work in Killers of the Flower Moons Part 7, you are getting your Hollywood Walk of Fame star right next to this guy who is stabbing this other man. Wow, thanks.
Ooh, can we do the ceremony later, or do I have to be next to
No,
him?
you are going to watch the life drain from his eyes as we commemorate this amazing achievement you have done.
I do not
Help,
want-
I'm being
I don't want
stabbed to death.
to- Hey, can you keep it down, man? This is kind of a big day for me.
Okay, congratulations.
Thank you.
And scene. Man, we're fucking funny, man. I tell you what.
I know, dude. Like we should have our own Twitch show.
Dude, we should totally do like this shit on Twitch, and we should make improv cartoons and sketch comedies.
What? That's no idea. Yeah. So I don't know. Stars. It's Willem Dafoe.
Congratulations to him. He did it. And
I love
we
Willem
did
Dafoe.
it. I like Willem Dafoe. I think he's great. Realize what I never finished drawing my lo-fi beats to study and relax to guy. With a pen in his hand.
Say, better get to his. He looks good. He looks like he's. I feel like he looks like he's relaxing more than he's studying, to be honest.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you once you work for so long, you kind of either enter a flow state or you enter snore state. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
You're
I
lying.
think I followed.
You're lying.
You don't know what I mean at all.
How could you lie to me? Gosh.
This is gonna take the whole show, isn't it?
Fucking might be one of those, unfortunately. What time is it? Well, no, it's only 9 o'clock now. We're coloring it. If we just color this thing in the next 10 minutes.
Yeah. Easy.
We'll be good. Man, we're crushing it.
Yeah, we're on it. We're on it tonight. We got lots to say.
Putting on a great show. People were fucking happy they decided to find time to set aside for us. Thrilled, man.
We appreciate you all being here. You know,
We don't
sorry
know
if
why.
we're sorry if we're not always
We'll never figure out.
operating at 100%.
I'll never understand why people watch us.
Pity.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense. We should just set up a channel point thing where if you pay like enough channel points, we send a trained assassin after us with a bounty on our head, and then people get to watch us be like, yeah, Brandon, I play. It's fine.
How many channel points would we? How many licks would you have to pay for that?
100.
Oh no. Maybe it hires a really bad assassin. Just give us a little bit of a chance, like the low, like the 1-star rated assassin.
The worst assassin we could find. Like, I have a
It's
shovel.
terrible reviews.
Bless you, my gosh.
Thank you. I was allergic to that joke.
Yeah, I would be too. Thankfully, I got a vaccine for bad comedy. Okay. Man, what is with us today? We are on a different vibe today. I tell you what.
I'm just so distraught from my Popeye experience.
Oh, might as well tell them the story. Why don't you?
I'll keep it quick. I ordered Popeyes after I was out running some errands and we weren't finding what we needed, and it was kind of like a waste of time and all that, and we're like, all right, well, at least we're gonna eat like kings. So we ordered Popeyes, and then we got home, we opened it, and everything was wrong. And it not only was it wrong, but the stuff that was in there was just like the most. I want to meet these people who made this order, because everything was just like the most bland thing you can find on the menu, boring, and I'm devastated. I have no reason to go on.
This is the worst thing that's ever happened to anybody.
It's literally the worst thing that's ever happened to me or anybody else. And I'm very strong for pushing through, is all I can say.
Your sacrifice will be remembered.
Happened moments before I came onto the show.
Man, well, you know, I'm glad you were able to tell the audience a quicker version of that story than you told me.
Yeah, I didn't want to make them suffer like I made you suffer.
Yeah, I suffer for your art.
I wanted the story to embody the way I felt when I ate that food.
Feeling it.
I wanted it to feel it's like a waste. That's what I went for when I told it to you.
I'm feeling it. I'm feeling myself wasting away right now. Excuse me. I'm so gross today. Jeez.
My gosh.
Somebody lock me up and throw away the key.
So let's see. My mom got a new dog. That's interesting.
Wow.
Wow. That's all I have to say about
Is
that.
that a real story?
Yeah, she got a new dog.
Do you like the dog?
Yeah, a dog. I like the dog. It's a little tiny dog. It's funny looking because it's so small. It's like half Yorkie, half Maltese, I think. So it's like I have a kitten in my house right now, and it's smaller than the kitten. It's a little teeny tiny dog. It's a little fluff ball with a face that walks around. I like it.
Wow, Brandon, what a great story.
I like dogs.
Sorry.
No way to make a story bad by like calling someone out for it.
I'm not. I just thought that'd be funny, dude. I think that's cute that she got. I'm glad she got a dog.
But yeah, I like dogs a lot. I just don't have the time for one right now. So everyone around me should get dogs so that I can hang out with their dogs.
And get a rescue. Don't get a fucking breeder, you psycho.
Exactly.
Jesus Christ. I see. Here's the thing. Like, I don't have anything interesting to tell you. Like, there is nothing interesting I can.
I know, that's why I'm trying so hard.
Bring to the table. I really tried my best.
I'm trying to carry your load.
I thought, please, you're always carrying my loads, buddy. You know, and I really appreciate it.
I try my best. It's quite the burden.
It is. It really is. Because I have heavy loads. I'm sorry that I couldn't bring a whole lot to the table with my story about watching the D&D movie for a second time. You know, I got a lot of stories, but this week ain't one of them.
So one of the errands we tried to run before this, we're looking for a carpet, like scraps, because we are building these cat shelves I mentioned last week. And so we like got the wood and we cut it and we stained it and we got it all ready to go. And now we're gonna put carpet on top so they have something to kind of like grip onto a little bit. So we went to a carpet store and we're like, do you have like scraps? And the smallest you could get was, I think, 12 feet by whatever you want. And it's way more than I need. So I went up to the guy and I'm like, can you do like less than 12 feet? And he's like, well, you could do like, yeah, you could do like 12 by 1. And I'm like, no, that's still 12 feet, sir. I'm like, you're misunderstanding. I'm not saying in only one dimension less than 12 feet. But
sir, your working here is not a choice. This was a best you could do.
That guy's like, I'm trying to put carpet in people's homes, and you guys are here for craft time. So get out of my store.
Yeah. You make a mockery of me and my service and the job I put my life on the line to do.
I will tell everyone in this town, and you'll never have carpet in any of your homes.
God damn it, I'm not going to lose another patient. You're a carpenter, sir.
Is a carpenter a person who sells carpet?
I don't know.
Fucking
Carpenter?
Carpenter is different than a carpenter.
Man, that's a guy who really goes unloved in the movie business. People are always talking about the guy who made Halloween, but what about the guy who made
John Carpenter?
Indigenous Peoples Day, John Carpenter.
Oh boy.
The movie, not the holiday. I feel like I should specify. In fact, it just doesn't feel like a joke I should be making in general.
Well, it's a shame that you already did.
Yep, so we've already crossed that threshold. We've crossed the event horizon, much like Paul W.S. Anderson. Not Paul Thomas Anderson.
Very different. Don't get them mixed up. After last week, we played a little Lethal Company, and we got pretty far.
We didn't get very far in Lethal Company.
And then we got murdered. But I think next time, or one of these days, we're going to try to stream it, I think. But I'm going to try to do it in VR. I don't know if that'll be interesting to watch or not, but
I think it'll be funny.
That's the goal. I think it'll be scary, but I'm down.
Yeah. If only I were there, we could take turns being VR.
If only you had VR, and then we just could both do it.
This is true. But alas, I'm a fucking poor excuse for a human being. I have no money.
Is that people without VR are poor excuses for human beings?
That's people who don't have money in a capitalist society.
I'm sure you have some value. I'll think about what I mean. I don't have anything like locked and loaded, but just that doesn't mean.
Let me know if you think of
just
something.
Because I can't think of anything. Okay, I'll let you know.
I'm really banking on it.
Please.
You know what's interesting though is a certain somebody we know has a certain coffee meeting very soon, actually, in 4 days.
No, been thinking about that.
About it too. I feel like because we're gonna meet up tomorrow, I feel like we should talk to that person about. I don't know, like should they have some questions prepared and ready to go to ask, or what do we do?
I don't know. Let's figure let's find out what the context even is. You know.
Yeah.
'Cause I haven't really heard. So, I don't know. We'll see. But
yeah.
either way, excited still.
I'm excited. I'm also trying not to put like too much like thought. Like, you know, it's just like, oh, it's just a coffee meetup. Nothing is gonna come of it. Is what
Well,
I'm
I don't
telling
know if we'll say
myself.
that, but I mean.
Well, that's what I'm telling myself, just to make sure.
Oh,
I don't,
okay.
fuck, you know, I'd love for them to be like, darling, you're marvelous. You must come. And
Yeah. Here's a blank check, right? Whatever you need on it.
make whatever fucking Daffy cartoon you want, you stupid idiot. Here we go.
Doesn't matter. This is all for money laundering, anyways.
That's
You're
right. Hollywood accounting, I tell you what. You could charge us $2 million, and we would say that's undercutting it.
Yeah, I don't know.
If we
I
got
don't know.
$2 million, oh my god.
Whoa, man, that's so many $1 million.
That's at least two
Two
of
of
them.
I've never even had one.
Yeah, me neither. I barely even had 1,000 ever.
Hey, people in the chat, what's the most millions of dollars you've ever had? Eh?
Yeah. Tell us.
Let us know.
And if it's below that, then get out of here, you poor.
Mr. Beast, are you in the chat?
Hello, Mr. Beast. Can you build a well for me? What are we doing?
I'll stay in
What
it
are we
for
doing?
500 days or whatever the fuck you want me to do.
Yeah. Did
I built a
leave?
big hole, and we're gonna ask people to stay down there for 3 years and try not to kill themselves.
Every 10 days, we're gonna give them a new flesh-eating bacteria, and they get to decide if they're gonna sacrifice $10,000 to get the vaccine, the antidote, or stay in the hole. I'll tell you what, dude, I don't even know, man. Like, I think I should stay in the hole. And then, like, day 65,
I really need that money.
I think I should get the vaccine for this one time, dude.
I sometimes watch that stuff, and I know it's easier said than done, but I feel like I would just be like, there's ones where I saw one where it was like, these people are gonna stay in a room for 300 days.
I watch that.
And then,
I watch Mr. Beast videos when they come out.
Okay.
I watch them.
and then
I gotta know what's going on. I gotta be on the zeitgeist, you know.
but then yeah, like you just described, it was like, oh, you want to pay this for like a personal chef or this or that? I'd be like, fuck no.
Yeah, they like the dude paid like
I'll take-
$10,000 for like a set of Harry Potter books.
Harry
or some shit
Potter?
like that. It's like dude, you couldn't even
Like,
pick
no.
a good book.
I'd be very boring to watch, I think,
Yeah.
which is because I think I would to survive. I think I would just like turn into like some kind of weird like meditative, just like boring person who's doing nothing.
I do a lot of push-ups. I feel like I would do a lot of push-ups. Feel like I do a lot of throw my own poop.
Let's go feral.
Yeah. Do you think when Mr. Beast like put those two people locked in that room together for 100 days, he was like, and one more thing, please don't fuck.
Not allowed to bang.
Please don't fuck
Probably.
each other. You're gonna be on camera, and we're in here in a control booth. Just please don't fuck. I swear to God. It's the one thing we're trying to do. We don't even swear. Please don't fuck on camera.
This is the channel for children. Please do
Yeah.
not. Yeah, I don't know. It's probably in the rules.
Yeah, I'm sure they signed a contract for it. If you fuck, I'm taking $25,000 from you. It's actually I finance all these operations by all the people who fuck
that's
in
a
my
different reality
challenges.
show.
That's
I forget
true.
what that one's called, but there's
Too
a
Hot
straight
to
up show where
Handle?
that. Oh yeah, that's the one. That's the whole thing. I would just like anytime those challenges arose, I'd be like, okay, I'm gonna lose 30 grand if I buy these Harry Potter books. That's like about what I make in a year. No, I'm
Yeah.
good. I'm fucking good.
No, thank you.
It's 1 year I don't have to work. Cool. I'll just sit here and let my brain melt.
Welcome to Netflix's Don't Fuck show. Today, these contestants are going to be on this island, and if they fuck, they lose. What do you feel about your chances, Ian? I've been winning this game for a very long time, so let's keep it going.
I'm an expert.
I'm an
great at
expert
this.
in doing this. I've been playing this game, and I've been practicing. I didn't even know that it was gonna be a thing.
I think you guys owe me some back pay.
Yeah. Did I already win? What we count as fucking here? We talk about lefty right or righty right here. We talk about some P and Vegeta action. You know what we talk about here?
Gotta pull out the Urban Dictionary.
Yeah. See fucking.
What? What layer did you color your bomb boy on? Ian 2 or
God,
girl?
I
Or
hope.
what is it?
I think I coded it on Ian.
Ian
1.
1.
Yes.
Ian 1.
Ian
It's Ian 1. Gosh, this is a drawing to really study and
Relax
whatever,
too.
do.
Yeah. We're almost done.
That's
with
the problem.
This drawing.
We're too relaxed
We are too relaxed.
because this drawing has got us so relaxed.
So chilled.
We can't even discuss anything. I do like the way it looks.
It is a good looking drawing. I mean, whenever we take an extra time on these drawings, I'm never like really mad about the result.
Yeah, okay. It's fine if this is all we do. But, you know.
I'm actually almost a little happier with this one because a lot of the other ones, I'm like, you like draw the whole thing, and I'm like, look, I drew a plant. And then
Sorry if I'm ever like hogging it. I'm not trying to.
no, I just feel bad because I like go off and I'm just like, what did I have for breakfast today? And then I'll talk for like 40 minutes and not put my pen to the screen the entire time. And
You see what happens now that you're actually drawing more? Like we can't hold a conversation. So maybe that's
what the
a
fuck?
blessing.
maybe the drawings detract from the whole. No, I don't do anything with my life, so I have nothing to report on.
Let's just change our show to bomb. We don't draw anymore.
Yeah.
We're getting rid of drawing.
We're just gonna talk. So Brandon, what did you do today?
I ate some cereal and then I played with my cat and then I played some God of War and then I worked on some stuff and then I ran some errands and then so here I was. I went to Popeyes and here's what happened, okay?
Yeah, tell me.
I'll paint a picture. So Popeyes is a restaurant and it's like a fast food restaurant. They specialize in chicken.
I like Popeyes.
But you know, like Kentucky Fried Chicken, that's like Midwest chicken. This is more like
mid,
like Southern. Burn, dude, burn.
Yeah, burn.
If the Colonel's not already dead, you just killed him, bro.
Oh, dude. But the Colonel's serving some burnt chicken with how much I fucking roasted him just now, dude. Oh,
Dude. And then my order was wrong.
wow. Well, let me tell you about my day.
Okay.
I didn't do nothing.
Oh, okay.
Well, that was a good episode of DrawBomb, everybody. Make sure you tune in next week when we don't do this again.
Hey, Ian, make sure you do something before next week.
Fuck. I'm gonna get lost in the woods and then I'll have a story for sure, dude.
that would be a great discussion though if you got lost in the woods.
Yeah, we just started the
Love
next
to hear
episode.
about it.
It's like, so you guys, welcome to DrawBomb. You may have heard I was on the news recently. Tell you all
Like
about it.
sticks in your hair.
Let me
Just
tell you.
got home moments ago.
Listen to the story, all about how my life got twist-turned all upside down. And I'd like to take a moment, just sit right there, and how crashed my plane in the air.
My mom was scared.
I whistled for a cab, and when it came near, they said, "Oh my God, the whole plane's on fire." And if anything, I could tell that this cab was rare. I said, "Nah, forget it. Take me to the hospital. I'm on fire." We're on a special vibe tonight, aren't we?
We are. It's
Yeah.
you know, we're the bottom of the barrel is where we are living.
Welcome to DrawBomb with where the
Oh no! Oh God, Ian!
welcome to DrawBomb, but the wick has burnt. There's no more say.
Well, I didn't know the wicks on these bombs was like an actual timer. I've wasted so much time. I didn't know. No one told me.
Every wick on a bomb, though.
Every time a wick burns,
A bomb
an angel gets
explodes.
his wings.
Did you watch? Have you ever watched It's a Wonderful Life?
Yeah.
How recently?
It's probably been a couple of years.
But like, you know, within like the decade, you'd say.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Okay. We were visiting
you?
family in Iowa for Christmas. I actually watched it for the first time.
Thoughts?
Well, it's interesting because like I kind of knew everything that was going to happen because
Right, that's fair.
Cultural osmosis, you know, like I've just seen like so many like fucking Tiny Toons parodied It's a Wonderful Life, The Simpsons parodied It's a Wonderful Life. Like name a TV show that I grew up with that didn't, you know, parody It's a Wonderful Life, and I don't know if I could name one. So
Right.
it's interesting. So it's Johnny Bravo parodied It's a Wonder. I don't know. It's just like you couldn't throw a rock in the media landscape without hitting something. So like, you know, I knew, but like, you know, watching it was fine. It was a good movie. It was interesting. I like what they do. It's interesting. It's an interesting movie because it's like one of the big cruxes of the movie is like the Wall Street crisis and like the actual mechanics that go behind like why the stock market crashed and all that stuff, like people trying to take all their money out at once. It's like one of the most technical movies about like finance that's considered a Christmas classic, you know what I mean?
I've never even thought about the aspect of like that part of it.
But it's like a huge aspect of it, and it's like you don't
I
actually
understand that's the reason he wants to kill himself, but like,
yeah, it's just interesting that like
let's go kill Mr. Potter. Let's go kick his ass.
I'm tired of this system. I'm going
Clarence, I want to live again.
I'm taking down Wall Street. I'm gonna make people jump out of some windows. No, it's
Christmas is ruined.
it's just like it's interesting that like it's a movie where unless you know like what a run on the bank is, like you won't really understand like what's happening in the movie, which is interesting.
I mean,
for,
I guess
like, a Christmas classic.
I knew what was going on.
Yeah, but it's you know. It was interesting. We were watching the movie, and like some of the people who were in the room, and like we were like, I was watching off the side of my eye. I was playing Vampire Survivors on my phone, but like you know, people just put it on, and it was interesting because
Finally,
like
Christmas classic relevant to your industry.
That's right.
Like, finally.
Yes, thank you. About a faltering industry.
You've never had, you know, representation in your Christmas movies.
That's right.
Till now.
But yeah, it was just because like I had to explain to a couple of the people who were watching like what like a run on the bank was and like why it was a bad thing, and they were like, yeah, that's like why.
You see, banks are bluffing.
Yeah, all their money is imaginary.
And if everybody tries to quit a bank at the same time, we're all fucked.
See, whenever you give your money to a bank, and the bank says they're going to hold on to the money for you, what they're actually doing is they're actually gambling with your money. And they're hoping that their gamble will pay off when you come back. And to a lesser extent, it will, because the bank is gambling. The bank is also the casino. So, but other people are the ones at the blackjack table. But when the bank and your money is the one that's being bet on at the blackjack table, but every so often, somebody gets a fucking blackjack. And you know what? Then all your money's gone. And you know who you have to thank for that? Some rich guy, and also the bank. And also whoever didn't pay, whoever defaulted on their fucking personal loan.
Also, magic angels are real in this world.
Oh yeah.
Banks, banking system.
Yeah. There's angels.
They have abilities.
They're called angel investors. They are the reason this bank existed in the first place. Okay, now we're just getting too in the weeds of this joke. Let's move
The
on.
fucked up part is that God sold some stocks before he sent the angel to have what's his name, redo the situation.
Yeah, he
so
did some insider training.
he fudged the numbers a little bit.
The real fucked up thing is that they call the angel that they send to help old Jimmy Stewart, they call him an idiot before they send him to Earth. They're like, what about that fucking guy with no brains? Oh, him. Let's go send him. Like, they straight up call him a dumb idiot or something like that, like in the beginning of the movie before they send him to go help out Jimmy Stewart.
So he's an underdog angel.
He's an underdog angel, and also God is just straight up roasting people in heaven. Like, if you got a fucking, like, hunchback or something like that, God's gonna fucking let you know it.
It's true. I don't remember this part.
No, they do. Yeah, like in the beginning of the movie, like before they even get to the bank crash, there's like a scene where it's like that episode of Futurama where Bender meets God, where it's just like a bunch of stars that are kind of twinkling, and it's like, hey, we got another person who's kind of feeling down. And God's like, oh, well, maybe we'll send somebody to help them. What if we send, I forget the fucking name of the angel. What if we send him? What if we send Clarence? Oh, that guy, he's not so bright. Yeah, he's kind of an idiot or something. I don't know. They say, like, they basically do, like, insult his intelligence a little bit before they go, like, yes, maybe he could help Jimmy Stewart. Like, God's just roasting people in heaven, dude. It's crazy.
And also, that's who he's sent to help. So you're kind of like, fuck it.
I know this guy was going to kill himself, but maybe Clarence will finally get it right this time. He's lost a few people before. Don't get me wrong. He really fucked up with that guy who went on that clock tower with that high-powered rifle. But we're hoping he can really pull it around this time around.
Got a bad track record, but
he's not doing so good.
Who gives a shit? It's Christmas. I'm busy. I'm doing God stuff. It's kind of my big one.
So many people are asking me for a fucking Xbox. I gotta worry about that shit.
I got some Cybertrucks to deliver. Christmas. That's the hot item. Everybody wants a Cybertruck.
Yeah. This Elon Musk guy keeps asking me to make people stop pulling out their investments on his website. I don't fucking care.
Zone Dog says Jimmy Stewart is Patrick Stewart's great-great-grandfather. I don't know. Maybe.
That's a lie.
It probably is.
I don't believe anything he says anymore. He's broken. He's lied too much.
Look, that's the last time that I fall for you trying to describe Patrick Stewart's lineage to me.
Yeah, I stopped falling for it.
Burned me too many times with that.
I stopped falling for his antics when he played Sandstorm during Gran Turismo the movie. Made us think it was part of the soundtrack, and it wasn't.
It actually fit.
It's fit.
He does that often, and it's always pretty obvious. And that one actually got me.
Yeah. So I feel like I should explain for people who are not like in this group of 3 friends. To the other 2 people watching, we'll watch movies with Austin, and sometimes he'll play a song and pretend like it's part of the soundtrack, and we'll have to like realize that he's playing a mute. But like usually it fits, and it actually goes pretty well with the movie. Austin says it wasn't me, it was a holographic stereo. Yeah, like the car formed around him, started in like a weird wireframe, and started playing the damn song. These are Gran Turismo the movie jokes, folks. We watched the movie.
People get it. You don't have to explain. Everybody knows how that movie goes and
made some choices.
What we're talking about. It's very much in the cultural zeitgeist. They know exactly what we're talking about.
You're referencing Gran Turismo the movie's dynamic of having a fake car go around the guy when he was entering the zone. Exactly. No, I get it. Everyone knows that. Everyone's as aware of that as they are Thanksgiving and Christmas.
There's jokes about that at the water cooler just about every day.
Gosh, you could not leave the water cooler without seeing somebody referencing that aspect of that movie.
How much time have you spent at a water cooler in your life?
Literally none.
0 seconds. Zero,
You know,
0 minutes.
it's just like quicksand and lava and like barrel fires. Like I really thought I was gonna see a lot more like office water coolers in my life, and I tell you what, no.
All lies.
I've been lied to by cartoons. You're telling me these aren't real?
Who can I trust anymore?
God. We can't even believe Hey Arnold. Tell us the truth about life.
No, that one's a true story.
But you mean I will someday meet a sad Galapagos tortoise covered in graffiti and I will set it free?
Yeah, after you have that head injury that flattens your head.
That's right. Has nobody made a Stewie from Family Guy meets Hey Arnold crossover?
Someone has to, right?
I feel like yeah, I feel like that probably happened like the first 3 weeks of Family Guy existing.
Hey, Arnold was probably still on at that point.
It's true. You're probably not wrong. Didn't they release like a Hey Arnold movie like 3 years ago or something like that?
I think so. I know nothing about it.
Never heard anything about it. I heard about the Rocko's Modern Life and the Invader Zim movie.
Mm-hmm.
We watched them, but you know.
Did Helga ever stop?
Sorry, what was that?
I said, did Helga ever stop being a creep? That's what I want to know.
No, but honestly, I would have fucking lived for like a sequence where the fucking gum statue that she had of Arnold in her like closet came to life and like attacked her. That would have been so
Whoa.
good.
That's a whole different show.
Yeah, it would have been a very different show. Turned into like a horror movie for
A Halloween
a little bit.
special.
Yeah. Swear to God, I've seen some. Oh, you know what? I was thinking of. Remember Marvelous Misadventures of Flapjack and like the Candy Wife?
Oh yeah.
That was
That's
was
a
the
good show.
closest I'll ever get to that. That shit was funny as hell.
I wonder what that creator's doing now.
Yeah, that's a good question. I think he works on stuff. Man, Flapjack was
I know
a
he's
great-
working on like a stop motion thing for a while, and then I don't know if it ever came out.
Huh. Thurop Van Orman. Had to think about that for like
Yep.
2 seconds.
That's the guy.
Yes, the guy. I've Pendleton Ward hasn't been streaming a whole lot as of late, but whenever he's streamed, I feel like I've heard him talk about Thurop once or
They
twice.
seem like similar vibes
yeah, they
from
I
the
do
very
get-
little I know about these people.
Yeah, same. It's interesting, like when I was watching Pendleton Ward's streams throughout like his streaming career basically, and it's been interesting because for a very long, like first of all, he always has a new layout on his stream. Like he makes a new one in Blender. He like tells me he like spends like a couple hours on them. But it's never been like the same. He's used like the same layout twice, I want to say, but they were like 2 different layouts that he just like repeated once or twice. But they're always like very cool and interesting. But he also like didn't use his microphone for like a full year of streaming for a while, and then his last, God, I would say like 10 streams or so that he's done, he's been like on his microphone, like responding to the chat and stuff like that. But like he was like always talking about like, you know, he would type his responses in the chat too and be like, I don't feel comfortable talking on microphone. But he's been getting better at it. I could see his confidence kind of increasing as time went on.
Yeah, the last few times I've been in there, he was using voice, so
Yeah.
seems like that's the way he's doing it now.
The one stream, he was like trying to basically like learn a dance and like doing the dance moves along with the video that he was watching. and he was commentating on the video, and he was pretty funny. He's a funny guy. Go figure. The guy who made Adventure Time is a funny guy.
Who would have guessed?
Would have thought? But it was cool to see him like kind of like it felt like I was watching a guy in the zone, and that was cool to see. I was a happy little streamer, Dad.
You guys have push-up contests every time that you're there.
It's not a contest. It's a mutually agreed upon goal.
I'm so sorry. So sorry to get...
There's no competition in this. No one's coming out on top on this one. Okay.
Everyone's a winner.
That's right.
And everyone's a loser.
Is that a song? Is that were you doing Chumbawamba?
No, I was doing The Gambler.
Oh, okay.
There's the part where Kenny Rogers goes, "'Cause everyone's a winner and everyone's a loser." And then I don't know the rest after that. So
does he talk about holding and folding at some point?
Yeah, that's the one.
No
Gotta know
way.
when to hold them. You gotta know when to fold them. You gotta know how to do your taxes, or you will go to jail.
Yeah, you tax man's gonna want to know where you got that fucking money from.
Gambling. You're gambling. That's a legal way to receive a bunch of money.
Feels like it shouldn't be, but yes, it is.
But if you don't do your taxes, then you go to jail.
You gotta do your taxes, or you'll go to the jail. But yeah.
It's one gambling you don't want to do.
Well. I think this drawing's just about done, except we do gotta do whatever's out the window.
Yeah.
I had an idea for just now, for what we could put outside the window.
All right.
I'll do that. It's gonna be that scene from Wizard of Oz.
Like a tornado?
Yeah.
Okay. I like that.
I find some reference real quick. Never count your money when you're sitting
at the table. There'll be time enough for counting once you're in prison for tax evasion.
Man, what a classic. What a bona fide classic, I tell you what.
That's how he got enough money to open his roasters.
That's true.
Are you just gonna paste the image out?
Yes. Yes, I am.
Alright. I'm okay with that.
Alright. I'm kind of fucked up a little bit. I'm gonna make a new layer, because I can do that
biking.
now. What's up?
You got all the abilities now.
I can do anything I want.
Gotta know when to draw it. And
I know when to paste it. I think that's a funny joke. Putting the fucking Wizard of Oz shit out there. I'm laughing.
It's a good joke.
It's a good joke. What a rip-roaring episode this has been. I feel like we've delivered.
I gotta say, in the beginning, I was worried it wasn't gonna be that good. But now, stand here, my greatest fears confirmed.
I'm so glad that people paid us money for this episode.
They're good friends.
They're good friends. They're very nice.
Appreciate them.
Like you're coloring on layer 1.
Thanks.
There's a way, I found this out last time. There is a way to see specifically just the layer view mode. Layer view. Now I can pick color, drop the color. And now I can color with your exact color. Wow.
Oh. It's pretty cool.
I don't think we gotta worry about shading too much more. I don't know what else you were planning on.
Nah, it's mainly just sticking to the main character.
Here. Never count your money if you don't have money.
You shouldn't count money if you don't have money.
Because it's not your money. Alright, I feel like this shit is fucking duh, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh wait, I gotta color in the words DrawBomb. Shit!
Gotta do that.
Colors even fit this.
Like,
What are the lo-fi girl colors?
it's a great question. I don't know.
I do not know. Gonna roll with it. I'm just gonna say yeah. Yeah, it's a good thing we have music behind this. Could you imagine if it was just fucking silent? Like,
The
geez.
silence. I mean, it's a drawing show. It's probably fine that we're just drawing with music sometimes.
Bob Ross wasn't talking all the time. You folks gotta fucking lay off. Jeez.
Bob Ross talked most of the time, actually.
Sometimes he would take a moment and be like, I'm just gonna, you know, he would just
Shut the fuck up. I'm gonna paint a tree. All right, hold on to your dicks, cause I'm about to paint this fucking mountain, bro.
blow the fucking cock out your ass with how fucking happy this tree is gonna be. You know what I mean? Like, shit.
You'll never see a tree like this. Not even in real life. It's gonna be the best tree of fucking time.
Last week I found my wife in bed with Little Painter Man, and we fought to the fucking death. And tell you what, you see me here today, you know who won that fight.
Little Painter Man is dead, and that's why his intro is very different.
Yeah.
There's a small little, happy little gravestone. All right, bring my son in. Bring my son in here.
Okay.
Show him off.
Go fuck with these. I'm gonna go fuck with these squirrels for a little bit and see if I can make them give me their secrets. Oh, Bob Ross.
The TV that we have has like I don't know, like a few hundred channels of just like stuff that you can watch for free. It's basically like cable, but it's like a little less like actually stuff people want to watch. But there's a channel that's just permanent Bob Ross. That one's a pretty good one.
That's great.
We have that on a lot. Sometimes we put out for like a week or two. We had Nonstop Fear Factor on, which is just a terrible show, but it's fun to watch.
How many? What was the worst food you caught a glimpse of? Like
the worst
them
one
forcing upon people.
There's some of the. It's crazy. Like I don't know if it's about when the show, if they got in trouble or if it was like they ramped up. I don't know, but so you're endless episodes, so it can hop around from one to the next, and like depending on the run, things changed. Because we watched one where it was like, all right, now you have to eat 4 crickets, and it was just like crunch, crunch, crunch. Okay, you passed, and I'm like, what the? That was the easiest one I ever saw. Like for like 60,000. Like I don't want to eat a bug any more than anybody, but like a cricket is like,
Yeah, I'll eat it.
that's fine. That's fine. Whatever.
I'll eat it for
Small,
a year's worth
there's-
of salary. Yeah.
And then we watched like the next episode. They weren't in order of when they aired, but like the next episode that came on, they had to eat 2 donuts, jelly donuts that were completely filled with like it was like one of 3 random things. It was either like rotten meat, it was like beetles that were alive, so like they bit in like 1,000 beetles that crawled all over their face.
Yeah.
Like there was one that was like just like worms, and I'm like, and then they had to drink like a cup of rotten milk, and I'm like, that's like so much more intense than like 4 crickets. Like they had to eat like a pound of gross food versus like 2 ounces of gross food. It was weird. So I don't know if like
that is interesting.
at some point they were told like, hey, you guys got to chill on eating living things live, or if it was the opposite where they were like they started with 4 crickets and ramped up to you have to eat this horse's penis off. It's alive. The horse is alive.
Yeah.
Eat its penis.
That is an interesting conundrum. I'm not sure. I don't have any background information on Fear Factor that I could. I don't even know how I'd look
I'm
that up.
assuming it's the latter, that it ramped up, because
Yeah, true.
I think if I understand correctly, the reason the show got canceled was because they did one where they made him drink like a giant cup of like donkey semen, and then the show got canceled right after that.
Oh, okay. That'll do it.
They're like, what is there left to eat? We've eaten everything on this show. What's left?
Once you've eaten donkey semen, there's no higher
going back.
zenith.
You can't enjoy your $60,000 that you earned when you had to do that.
My name is Joe Rogan, and I have seen what cannot be unseen.
Yeah, that's the thing. He's always standing right there being like, chew and swallow, eat it, eat it. It's like, boy, what an existence you've made for yourself.
Yeah. I can't wait to
And-
go on a
and yet
podcast
it
and
wasn't
get
the
people
lowest-
killed about vaccines.
I was going to say, and yet it wasn't his lowest rung.
Yeah, true.
He could still go lower.
And boy, did he.
Sure did.
Ugh.
I liked
I
it
think
better
this-
when you were just making people eat penises.
Yeah. I think this drawing is done.
Think it's done. Think it's done.
Oh my god. We did it.
I also think the show might be about done.
Yeah, I guess we could do like a drawing, like one drawing from memory real quick, right? Like,
If you want to do that, I am down to do that. But I also feel like we're forcing, we're pushing against the brick wall here. I'm down to draw something from memory if you want to try that.
we can't do Scyther. We've just seen a Scyther recently. So what
Yeah.
if we can think of something to draw from memory? I think that would be a-okay.
It's like I'm just saving this drawing.
What about
I think you skipped right over episode 169 and went straight to 170.
No, I think so. Here's the interesting thing: is when I was uploading the episodes to YouTube, somehow the numbering was all fucked up. So I think it's possible that we are on 170.
Okay.
It's very possible that it's either or, but like I figured the numbering was fucked up now, but I also could be wrong. So yeah, I don't know.
I suppose it doesn't matter that much.
It doesn't. Brandon, nothing matters in life. We're all on a
Oh, no, is that
fucking
true?
rock traveling through space. On a
Well, that
cosmic
sounds pretty-
scale,
that sounds
you weren't
pretty-
even where you were a second ago. You're traveling thousands
Sounds
of
pretty cool.
kilometers a second. It is pretty cool, actually. Spider-Man.
That's too easy.
Yeah,
Isn't
it did. I mean, I don't think it'd be. I don't think we'd get it exactly right, but I think we'd probably get in the ballpark enough where it wouldn't be a very
He's had
entertaining.
1,000 costumes.
Yeah, he's also had so many costumes that we could be like, oh, it's his fucking variant from.
We both nailed it, and it looks completely different. Goofy.
Now we'll get sued.
No. He's not in the public domain yet.
Not yet.
Neither is Mickey, just Steamboat Willie, right?
Neither is any, but Pokemon aren't in the fucking public domain.
Right, but Steamboat Willie just entered in, so that's been a big thing.
That has been a big thing. I've seen a lot of funny, not funny things, but like just funny comics about the prospect of him leaving the public domain. There's this one guy, I read his comics named Luke Gary, I think is his name, and he had a funny one about Mickey leaving the public domain. Shit, man, I don't know who we could draw from memory.
I can't remember anyone
Yeah.
to draw.
I think of like a character and I'm just like, oh, it's just a guy wearing like a shirt, you know?
That's most characters in the end.
Yeah.
Guys
Like-
wearing shirts.
I wanted to say like the main kid from Recess with like the hat.
Oh. Okay.
I didn't even like watch
what
the
was his
Disney
name?
Channel like that though, but
Ralphie?
like, yeah, something like that.
Ralph. Ralph is Ralph.
Hey man, your guess is better
Ralph.
than I'm gonna come up with. I would have said
Name
his
was
name was
Ralph.
Tammy. Like
Probably draw him.
when I see him in my head, I just see Bobby Hill wearing like a hat and a jacket.
That's pretty close. I'll try to draw his ass.
All right. I gotta make your layers invisible to me.
Oh yeah, I guess I gotta do that to you. Alright.
Right.
His name's probably not even Ralph. Whatever that kid's name is from that show.
Spinelli.
That was the girl.
I just remember the only episode I remember of that show is that she wanted to go see wrestling. Oh, and also in the fucking movie, like they see a person get like vaporized by a fucking doorbell knocker or some shit like that.
What? Somebody gets murdered in Recess?
Yeah, but it turns out they didn't get murdered. They were just, it was a hologram. I don't even fucking know what the hell happened with that Recess movie. That shit was so weird. I remember they said the word matter dematerializer like 12 times throughout the course of that movie. Like, we just saw somebody get zapped by a matter dematerializer. That's like all I remember from that fucking movie.
Sounds like a good movie.
Dude, I don't even know.
I used to like the TV show. I don't know if it holds up at all, but I liked it when I was watching it.
I don't know why I ended up watching the Recess movie. I did overall see like 5 episodes of that show. I did not watch a lot of Disney Channel. That was a Disney show, right?
Yeah. I didn't watch Disney Channel, but I didn't have cable for a lot of it, so my childhood, so there was like the shows that would come over to like normal TV.
Right, because you
network
had
TV.
you had
I didn't have cable.
I don't know if I had cable. Like we didn't have satellite. I guess we had cable. We had, but you know, satellite was.
You had Cartoon Network. You
we
had
had Cartoon
Nickelodeon.
Network. Yeah, we did.
I didn't have that shit.
Son of a bitch.
I was suffering.
You were
Barely made it.
You had a you were out here living a life of tight belts, and I was living in the lap of luxury.
That's right.
And I'm trying to remember, like, why did I watch the Recess movie?
Like watch it in school or something.
No, I watched it at home. But like, I barely watched the show. I remember the me no for some reason.
Oh yeah, forgot about that.
I still have a GIF of that made for like use on the show, but I've never. We need to get like Mix It Up working again or something. I don't know.
A lot of things we could do. Just have to do them.
That's like effort, and it's like fuck. Like you want me to fucking. Just gave you
put
2
effort
hours of
into
my
one
life.
DrawBomb thing at a time.
Yeah.
I'm feeling better about this than I did about my Parappa the Rapper.
Okay.
Which the bar is very low. But I think I'm sure it will be very far off, but it's also kind of like spiritually I'm doing things correctly, I think.
I don't think I'm even approaching the style of the show, but I think I'm gonna get at least some of the clothes right. That's all I have to say about that.
Okay. I remember, so there's like, the one teacher is the big lady. She's a dickhead.
Yeah. The old crone.
There was one kid that looks like a rat, like if Moses like had a kid.
Yeah.
Randall, and he was like the tattletale.
Yeah, he was like a whole ass monitor ass person.
The characters on the show, there was Mikey, the big
guy.
Kid. There was Benelli, which is the girl. There was, I don't know if the name was Ralph. It probably wasn't, right?
I don't know, man.
There was a little like short kid. He's like got like a buzz cut. His like dad was like a military guy.
Oh yeah, like the little twink kid.
Yeah. But then there was like.
Then there's the me no kid.
Yeah. I don't know. Great show.
Was it? I don't remember. I'm sure it was fine. I remember.
I liked some of the weird characters. Like, there was like this whole, basically like, this entire like civilization of different types of kids on the playground. That's kind of a fun concept. Like, oh, we need to go ask so and so kid. So we're trying to solve this thing.
And he'd be like a fucking like Nosferatu-esque rat person or something like that, like living in the sewer, being like, nobody knows.
I remember there was a kid that was like always trying to like, was like always on the swings, like I don't know, stuff like that. It's like
a lot of stoop kid won't leave the stoop type characters.
Yeah, basically.
It's fun. I remember. This is super random. So like I remember like, you know, when I was a kid, I wanted to watch some fucking cartoons if I had some free time, you know, and like, you know, you could put a fucking cartoon in front of me and I'd be like, all right.
When you had some free time?
When I had some free time for cartoons, you know. And so sometimes like I'd throw on the Disney Channel, but it was like it was like if like Nickelodeon or Cartoon Network were just like throwing in some bullshit I didn't give a care about. And I just remember, I don't know why I have these memories like locked away in my brain. But I remember there was one show about a guy who inherited like a haunted farm. And so there was like a vampire chicken or some shit like that. And it was like, I don't remember it being a very good show. But, you know, I just remember, yeah, it was like a haunted farm, and he like got the farm somehow, and he owned it, and then he's like, oh, geez, I have a haunted farm. I think he wore like a red shirt or some shit like that, and had glasses.
That's called, haunted farm is called Courage the Cowardly Dog.
No, this was like, this was like not even Courage the Cowardly Dog we have at home. This was like, you get like this was like you buy Courage the Cowardly Dog, but like the action figure is like it's like the popsicle that you get where the eye is like melted and drooping down. This was that to Courage the Cowardly Dog. And then I remember there was another show that was basically like Recess, but like I don't fucking know. There was like another group of kids in a school, and I remember the one episode was like, "Hey, kid, we got the gang here, and we got the main character kid, and you're in like a competition of sports or whatever," and all the characters like training, and the main character's like, "I don't gotta train. I'm good as shit at this stuff," and then he sucked because it turns out the lesson is, stop being such a fucking dickhead and train, you idiot. I don't know.
It's a real lesson.
Yeah.
Are we coloring these?
I feel like the color is like you don't have to like do an amazing color job. I feel like the color is part of the sort of remembrance, you know?
Okay, that's fine. I just wasn't. I'll do that.
Okay. You know, it's like an extra layer of, oh, did we get it right? Oh, Marge. Oh.
He's super hood, super
Homie.
What are these characters you're doing?
Doing The Simpsons.
Simpsons.
See, you would know if you had cable.
That was on Fox.
Yeah, well, now it's owned by Disney. Oh, Marge. I don't know if I control this guy right.
Oh, homie. No, you wouldn't know. If it drew you your fucking ball sack to the back of your head.
Oh, Marge. Yeah. Oh, that's classic you, Marge.
Hey, homie, it's me, Bert.
Why does he say homie? And also, I love how my favorite part about Simpsons was how everybody introduced themselves to each other constantly.
That's my favorite part of any show. That is okay. Unironically, that is my favorite part of Walk Hard. Is that anytime they see like a person, they're like, "Oh, look, it's full name," and they're like, "Hey, it's me. It's full name." You know, like if like they're to meet like Paul McCartney, they're like, "Hey, look, it's Paul McCartney," and be like, "Hey, it's me. I'm Paul McCartney. How's it going?" And like that's like a explicit, intentional thing. I love that about Walk
I am
Hard.
Paul McCartney of the Beatles.
Yeah.
Dewey.
So fucking funny.
Movie's great.
What an underrated movie. The thing is, like, I say it's underrated, but also whenever you, like, people who are in the know Walk Hard. Like, if you talk about biopics, like, I will inevitably see somebody say, like, didn't Walk Hard do the perfect biopic movie? Like, do we need biopics anymore if they're just gonna make, like, anytime I see, like, a biopic, like, when Bohemian Rhapsody came out, I saw like a bunch of people saying like this is basically Walk Hard, but with Queen,
and also unaware of it falling into all the pitfalls.
And I remember I saw.
If you make a biopic, go watch Walk Hard.
Yeah.
See what not to do, and then go wild and make your movie.
It's like it feels like the spicy hot Dorito situation where like the movie is clearly a fucking lie, but they're trying to pass it off like no, this is the actual like origin of like spicy hot Doritos.
Yeah, they're trying to sell products. They're not trying to tell a story about the band. They're trying to make you buy records.
So it's like all of these movies that are biopics where that somehow the arc is the exact same. It's like so like you're fucking lying to me, right? Like this is a lie. Like what?
Coincidentally, like the only people who really have the rights to these people's image typically are people who have something to gain from selling more of their records, you know?
Yeah.
So it's rare that you're gonna get a truthful thing.
Yeah. I have heard good things about the Elton John biopic though. I've never seen it, and I feel like I've said that the last 3 times we've talked about it.
It was made by the same people who made Bohemian Rhapsody one, so I was kind of like not.
I think it came out at the same time. I gotta go. The cat's at the window. I'll be right back.
Hello, Leviathan Den. Welcome, welcome. We're almost done, but thanks for joining.
I am back.
Welcome
But yeah, no,
back.
I think Bohemian Rhapsody and Rocket Man, which I think was the name of the Elton John biopic, I think they just came out at the same time, so it was kind of
Okay.
like, oh. But I've heard good things about the Elton John one, and I've heard people shit all over the Queen one. And I'm gonna lay down a hot take here. People might
Let's hear it.
burn. I think Elton John has made some great songs.
Wow, that's
I know. I'm saying it. I'm saying it.
his opinions are his own. I don't want to be associated. I don't want to get canceled or.
This may not be the most popular take, but Elton John, I'm a fan. I think that man can play piano quite well. And darn tune if he's not a good songwriter to boot.
Well, guess that's your opinion. I love Elton John. Great.
Me too. No, yeah, I think he's a great musician. I really love his songs. Actually, he's made some fucking bangers.
All right, so I'm done with mine.
I am just finishing up mine right now.
I got a picture of the character. His name is not
boy.
Ralph. It's TJ.
You could not have been more off.
I did a bad job. I
Oh
think.
no.
There's some aspects that I did okay on, but it's not great.
Oh man. Cannot wait to see. First of all, I can't wait to see your drawing. Second of all, I can't wait to see how off you were.
Let me know when yours is done.
I am finishing up right now. I swear to gosh, I'm so close to being done.
No,
It's
I'm
gonna-
not. I'm not telling you to rush. I'm just
Quit rushing me, man.
okay.
Sorry, I didn't mean to yell. I'm just under a lot of stress. I'm trying to get this fucking
tell.
drawing finished. And it's like I'm running out of time. Oh, it's so close. Wish this program had a fill tool that worked.
I know. Why'd they get rid of that?
It's still there.
But it doesn't work. It works less than before. Now it's like a weird cube thing.
Oh, that's right. They did do that, didn't they? That's right. I hate that. I forgot they changed and made it the cube. It's so confusing and stupid.
It's the cube now. Now it's the cube.
Cube. Just I saw this weird commercial. I don't see it much anymore, so the show may have gotten canceled, but it was like, this basketball player is the host of The Cube, and they'd have like a weird robot voice come on and be like, The Cube, and do like a stupid song. And like, man, there are
Sounds
so
like a
many.
game show.
Yeah, it was a game show, and there were just so many. You ever see like commercials for TV shows and you just get depressed because you're just like, fuck, man, people are like working on this, and
Yeah, I know. There's just so many trash shows.
yeah.
Funny.
Like, could you imagine your life if you were like, hi, I work really hard on The Cube with Dwayne Wade?
He's the host.
I think so.
It's where celebrities have to come on and they have to sing while the cube spins, and they can't fall off the cube. If they fall off the cube, then you have to play a game of tic-tac-toe.
Yeah. All right, I have finished my drawing. I'm looking at your character
Okay.
right now.
All right, I want to see yours.
You certainly made some choices.
You did as well. Okay. All right. Here's the real guy. Okay. So, there's some things
Oh,
we both did right and wrong.
I feel like I'm pretty dang close. I mean, aside from him not having
You
a
are
neck
pretty dang
in
close.
mine, I didn't make him very pudgy, and I actually did think he had baggy jeans, but I also felt like I don't feel like fucking
You are
drawing
pretty dang
baggy
close.
jeans right now.
I'm
You're not very far off. I mean, I would say
not
you're
that far off.
you're
but
pretty dang
you're-
close too.
If you took some aspects from mine and mixed them with some aspects of yours, we'd
We'd already
still
be
not
at-
be exactly right.
We'd be at
closer.
95%.
Yeah. All right,
right.
well, there you have it. There's Ralph,
Wow, what a fun experience.
also known as TJ.
Yeah, you couldn't even. You were saying the wrong name. Now he's forever Ralph in my mind.
That's Ralph.
Yeah, that's Ralph.
Ian, do you have anything you'd like to leave us with this week on the DrawBomb show?
Fuck. We put out a new Christmas sketch on January like 15th or something like that. If that timing makes sense at all to you.
We wanted to give people time, you know.
We wanted people to still feel Christmas.
We thought this is a good way to you know, people strike while the iron's hot. This is the opposite. We wait till the iron has cooled and then we strike.
There's the old Klingon proverb, revenge is a dish best served cold. And I don't know what the fuck that means, but we did release this cartoon late.
Yep. Go watch it. It's a good one.
Press the button. So yeah.
Watch that. Wow, you're so dominant.
Wow. We're nice and purple now. Thanks everybody for tuning in.
Yeah.
We had Xenus, we had Zone Dog, we had Bell Bell Rocket, Crazy Kyle, Leviathan Den, Lotus Clock. Oh my god.
So
what a
many
great group.
people.
So many walks of life.
What song are you doing right now?
I was singing our end of the show song that we've been practicing.
Oh, what?
You got the next line, go.
Sorry about the penis thing we did.
It won't happen again. That's a legally binding song. It actually protects us from being sued.
Yeah, even though, like, you know, as evidenced by the fact that it's a recurring song, the penis thing happens at least once a week.
It's not reoccurring until we do it the second time.
That's right. Whoop, there it goes. Yeah, what, the cartoon, that's it? That's all we have to plug right now?
I think so.
Oh,
yeah.
Fuck. Are we failures?
No.
Okay.
We need more things to plug on our free Twitch show.
After we made a whole cartoon. It is a whole cartoon we made. I mean, like, you know, it's a 3-minute cartoon, but we did make a whole...
Business Father made it in.
Oh my god.
Photo finish. Wow. Welcome. And also goodbye.
Hello. Goodbye. Goodbye. Hello. Goodbye.
All right.
We were on one today, weren't we?
You know, I feel like the last 100 were okay, but this one was a little bit of a non-starter.
You can't win them all, you know.
At least we came out with great drawings like this one right in front of you.
That's right.
This nice picture of Ralph from from Gym Class, the TV show.
That's right. On the Disney Channel.
Disney.
It's a good... That guy's doing all... Wait, that guy does okay, doesn't he? That guy makes cartoons, doesn't he? The Disney Channel.
Anyways, thanks for watching, everyone. We
Thank you all for
appreciate
being here. It's been great. We've been great. You've been great.
I think we peaked this episode. I think this is
I think it's all
gonna be a hard
downhill
one
from
to
here.
beat. The bar has never been higher.
That's right. Owen Wilson, do you have anything else you want to say about this episode?
Oh.
Okay, good job.
Wow.
Okay.
I think that sounds like me. I think Owen Wilson has sleep apnea.
Yeah, it sounds like it. That guy is really struggling right there.
Huh?
Okay.
Oh? What's up, rapid fire?
Wow, you're so dominant. Wow, you're so dominant.
Are we done?
Wow, you're so dominant.
Okay, bye everybody.
Bye.
See ya.
Wow.
Wow. We got one last one in there.